The small, quiet town of Ashwood was known for its peaceful streets and friendly neighbors. But one chilly autumn evening, everything changed. The town was shaken by a mysterious death that no one could explain. It all began at the Grand Ashwood Manor, home to the wealthy and enigmatic Lady Eleanor Blackwood. Lady Blackwood was famous for her beauty, her sharp mind, and her most prized possession, a rare diamond necklace known as the Star of Ashwood. The necklace was said to be worth a fortune, and it was the talk of the town. But on the night of her annual masquerade ball, tragedy struck. The ball was in full swing. Guests in elegant masks and costumes filled the manor, laughing and dancing under the glittering chandeliers. Lady Blackwood, dressed in a stunning black gown, wore the Star of Ashwood around her neck. She was the center of attention as always. But by midnight, she was dead. The news spread like wildfire. Lady Blackwood had been found in her private study, slumped over her desk. The diamond necklace was missing, and the room was locked from the inside. The local police were baffled. How could someone have entered the room, stolen the necklace, and killed Lady Blackwood without leaving a trace? That's when Detective Arthur Lane arrived. Detective Lane was a tall, sharp-eyed man with a reputation for solving the most puzzling cases. He had been called in from the city to investigate the mysterious death. As he stepped into Ashwood Manor, he could feel the tension in the air. Detective Lane began his investigation by questioning the guests. There were 5 people who'd been close to Lady Blackwood that night. Mr. Charles Whittaker, Lady Blackwood's business partner. He was a tall, serious man who had been seen arguing with her earlier in the evening. Miss Victoria Hart, Lady Blackwood's niece. She was a young, beautiful woman who stood to inherit her aunt's fortune. Dr. Henry Graves, the family doctor. He had been treating Lady Blackwood for a mysterious illness. Mr. James Fletcher, the butler. He had served the Blackwood family for over 20 years and knew all the secrets of the manor. Miss Clara Bennet, Lady Blackwood's maid. She was the last person to see her alive. Detective Lane started with the study. The room was exactly as it had been found, locked from the inside, with no signs of forced entry. The windows were bolted shut, and there was no other way in or out. Lady Blackwood's body showed no signs of struggle, but her face was frozen in an expression of shock. Next, Detective Lane examined the guests' alibis. Mr. Whittaker claimed he had been in the ballroom all evening, chatting with other guests. Miss Hart said she had gone to her room to fetch a shawl and had returned to the ballroom shortly after. Dr. Graves mentioned he had stepped outside for some fresh air and had returned just before the body was discovered. Mr. Fletcher stated he had been in the kitchen overseeing the servants. Miss Bennet revealed she had brought Lady Blackwood a cup of tea in the study and left immediately after. Detective Lane noticed something strange. Miss Bennet's hands were trembling as she spoke, and she avoided eye contact. He decided to dig deeper. He searched Miss Bennet's room and found a small, crumpled piece of paper in the wastebasket. It was a note that read, "Meet me in the study at midnight. We need to talk. A.B." Detective Lane's eyes narrowed. Lady Blackwood had written the note, but why? And why had Miss Bennet lied about her whereabouts? He confronted Miss Bennet, who broke down in tears. She confessed that Lady Blackwood had discovered she was stealing small items from the manor. The note was a summons to the study, where Lady Blackwood planned to dismiss her. But Miss Bennet swore she had not killed her. Detective Lane wasn't convinced. He turned his attention to the missing necklace. If Miss Bennet was innocent, who had taken the Star of Ashwood? He revisited the study and noticed something he had missed before: a faint scratch on the floor near the desk. Kneeling down, he discovered a hidden compartment in the floorboards. Inside was the Star of Ashwood, wrapped in a silk handkerchief. The detective's mind raced. If the necklace was still in the study, the killer hadn't stolen it. So why had Lady Blackwood been killed? He recalled Dr. Graves's alibi. The doctor had claimed he was outside for fresh air, but no one had seen him. Detective Lane decided to search the doctor's room. There, he found a small vial of poison hidden in a drawer. The label read, "For medicinal use only." Detective Lane's suspicions were confirmed. He called everyone to the study and revealed the truth. Lady Blackwood was not killed for her necklace, he declared. She was poisoned by someone who wanted her out of the way. Dr. Graves, you were treating her for a mysterious illness. But it was no illness, it was poison. You were slowly killing her, and when she discovered your plan, you silenced her for good. Dr. Graves's face turned pale. He tried to protest, but the evidence was undeniable. He had been embezzling money from Lady Blackwood's accounts and feared she would expose him. With the case solved, Detective Lane left Ashwood Manor, leaving the town to mourn the loss of Lady Blackwood. The Star of Ashwood was returned to its rightful place, but the mystery of that fateful night would never be forgotten. And so, the legend of Death Wears a Diamond became a tale whispered in the shadows of Ashwood, a reminder that even the most glittering treasures can hide the darkest secrets.